Hi friends, I'm Trish and welcome back to my channel, Thriving with Trish. So today's topics, we're going to get a little bit raw and give a deep dive into my journey and what I've been experiencing so far. As you know by now from watching my intro video, I am a personal trainer and a holistic nutritionist. But there is something to be said about being plus size, fat, obese trainer that is within this space. And that space I'm referring to is the health and wellness space. So personally, I hold two things true. One, I can currently love the body that I'm in, and also wanting to change it. Before we dive into today's topic, I just wanted to cover some quick things. One, I'm not here to tell you to stay stuck in where you are and not to change yourself. I'm also not here to tell you that you should hate yourself into healing. But what I am here to show you is how to change your body while honoring your body and doing so without shame, fear, judgment, or even an apology to anyone. So let's talk about what it's like to grow up in a Caribbean household and the impact that had on me as a kid. I grew up in a Caribbean household, and we're talking 90s, early 2000s. And I'm here to say it's not for the faint of heart. Food in our culture was used to celebrate everything. It's how we showed each other love. It's how we celebrated major events. And you name it, food was involved. But at the same time, when you showed up in those spaces, your body became everyone's business. If you gained weight, there was a conversation around it. If you lost weight, you heard about it. And you heard about it very loudly at that. The silent gossip off to the side with family members, or you just casually walk by and someone may say something to you. I slowly realized as I got older, that was definitely not good for my mental health or my young being. So I found myself at a very young age picking my body apart, trying to understand where I was going, and trying to figure out how to get slim really quickly. I remember being a kid and being given those crash diets, whether it was a Slim Fast or something from Jenny Craig, while everyone else got to eat the normal meal at the table. I was stuck off to the side, chugging a shake because that's what we learned. We learned that we needed to change ourselves and we needed to be skinny. But no one took the time to tell us what it really means to nourish our bodies and how to even do it. And here I am, finding myself years later unlearning a lot of those principles and learning how to nourish my body and putting it into perspective for not just myself, but everyone around me. Growing up was a little on the chubby side, as most of us were, especially if you were eating all the junk that we ate way back in the day as a 90s baby. But I remember being a kid and being regularly active outside. I was constantly with my brothers and my neighbors, just running around, playing tag, doing all the things that kids did back then when we didn't have social media to take over our lives. Later on, when I got to about high school or so, I found myself in more formalized fitness-related activities, such as track and field. But it wasn't until my senior year of high school where I can say that I truly found fitness and started to reclaim my body in the way that I didn't know I was capable of doing. When I found fitness, I found a love for strength. I found a joy for movement and for pushing myself to new limits. I was in the gym constantly. But the message in the fitness space at the time was clear. The only way that you were worthy to be a part of the space was if you looked the part. And for a while, I bought into it. I quickly dropped a bunch of weight, and then I started to judge myself really harshly, which means I was working out even harder. And I believed that being smaller was really the answer. Smaller was better. That's what I was taught. I thought shrinking was the goal. I basically was fat phobic. I was tough on my own body. But then later on in life, here we are now. A little messy chapter I like to call motherhood, where it's not so ugly, rather cute head. And things shifted for me. I carried a child. I carried life. And my daughter is here today because I was taking care of myself. I carried that little precious baby for 9 months. And in the process of that, my body transformed in a way that I was not expecting. Those stretch marks hit hard, all the loose skin hit hard, the drastic hormonal shifts kicked in, and now I'm here and my body has not bounced back. So that bounce back that mothers are expected to see never happened for me. But here's the truth. There are days that I find myself grieving the body I once had. And there are days where I wish I could change it fast as possible. But then there are also days where I wrestle with just looking in the mirror and seeing the person that's there and wanting to love that person. But it's hard. I no longer am at a place where I shame myself into taking care of myself. Shame has never done anything for me aside from keep me down and taking my confidence away. But I find that the more that I'm starting to love myself, to respect myself, and honor what I'm capable of doing, it gave me hope. I'm still a work in progress. I'm getting stronger and healthier by the day, but it's a new version of myself that I'm meeting. So I'm making moves. I'm taking all the steps to lose this weight, and I'm teaching the same thing to my client. But weight loss is not the only goal. As a matter of fact, I see weight loss as a byproduct of me transforming and taking care of myself. It's not the trophy that I'm going for. And it's definitely not my only goal. But here's what people still get wrong about fitness and nutrition. People look at me, they look at my body, and they assume things. That I'm lazy, that I don't know anything about nutrition, that I'm not serious at all about fitness. I'd rather just sit on the couch and do nothing. And they couldn't be further from the truth. To me, fitness is not about looking a certain way. And for a long time it was. And I can tell you that I'm retraining myself. To me, fitness is function. Being strong, it's the freedom to own your own body. Nutrition isn't just for punishment. Nutrition is about fueling your body. It's a power source. It's a healing source. And it's the fuel that your body deserves and needs to live. I have a legacy to leave behind. As someone who's raising a daughter in current times, I know there's going to be challenges that she'll face. And I'm going to do my best to try to control that narrative for and with her. For me, I want her to take all the control that she can over her own life and enjoy it to the fullest. She'll not grow up in a household where she'll hear us tear her apart because she's a little chubby or she's having too many snacks. She'll definitely not inherit the toxic diet culture that's disguised as love. I will be making sure that she grows up seeing food as fuel, not as punishment. I'll be making sure that movement to her is celebrating her body, the strength that is capable of, and the joy that you can find in movement. Not penance for consuming too many calories. And her body and everybody will be seen as worthy, capable, and powerful. And she'll see a mother who allows herself to want more for herself, regardless of where she started. But to me, here's what real thriving looks like. If you're here struggling with the tension of deciding between loving yourself and wanting more or to change yourself, you don't need anyone's permission to do it. You are not broken. You are certainly not failing. You're alive. And healing is possible for you. And you are worthy of both the love that you deserve and want, and to build a stronger version of yourself. So let's figure out how to do that. Let's do it together. I'm on my own growth journey when it comes to my body, accepting it, and trying to figure out how to change it. But I definitely am not going to be shaming myself to get there, and you shouldn't too. My goal is to be a stronger version of who I am now. My goal is to teach my clients that they are capable of change too, and they can love themselves through the process. I want to show everyone what real thriving looks like. So stick around, and in my next video, we're going to be covering my holistic fitness journey. This is just the tipping point of what I've experienced and where I'm going. All right, see you in my next video. Please share, comment, and subscribe. Until then, bye-bye.